All right. So I want to say the first thing off this one is that the movie name was hard for me to pronounce. Krull.
Crow.
Krull, because King
Crawl.
Krull.
Crow.
So I just had to get over
Like
the
crow.
English lesson first, and they didn't mention that
It's
much
not even
in
in
the
English.
movie.
It's some alien language, dude.
Oh, okay. So it's not. I thought he was not saying English, but it's English because this is a British-made movie, not American.
Oh, really?
Oh, well, that's what I read from the
I
Wikipedia
mean, it
notes.
mainly had British actors and stuff.
Yeah, a lot of British actors.
But I mean, this was a Columbia Pictures movie.
Yes.
I mean, it was come up. The guy's like, "Hey," asked one of the actors or directors or producers, whatever it was, say, "Hey, you want to make a movie, a fantasy movie?" They're like, "Yeah, sure, I'll do it." And they went and
Yes.
wrote it.
So if you would have told me as a little kid, right, this is like a movie where it's like it mixes like medieval time period, like King
Come on,
Arthur.
dude. Basically, it's like King Arthur meets Star
Oh,
Wars.
I was gonna say Star Trek. Oh, like one of the two.
Star Trek. Don't even go there, dude.
Oh, because of the phasers or whatever, the guns they were shooting with.
No, phasers shoot a beam of light. These things just shoot little blast. They were like blasters from
Okay,
Star
so
Wars.
yeah, I was thinking like that too. It was like King Arthur meeting Star Wars, and like once I saw that in the beginning of the movie when the other kingdom came to marry the princess, right? I was like, when I saw that scene, I'm like, oh, I was hooked, man. Now I gotta see what's going to happen because it's just basically their planet is been overtaken by the beast of the Slayers.
Well, yeah, the Beast.
Yeah, the beast is the king of the Slayers, and
Yeah, the Emperor of the Universe, I
the
guess. Because
universe.
apparently they travel from world to world. I guess they use everything up.
It's kind of like Independence Day.
Oh yeah, but I guess that's the thing though. If he lands on other planets, does he find princesses and what happens to him?
I don't know. So one of the
Well, maybe he
first.
doesn't. Maybe he's just flying around looking for a princess.
Did you like the princess? Because I noticed that she was a redhead.
I always like princesses.
Oh, okay. I thought she was cute, so I was just asking
Oh
you.
yeah, but here I want to tell you that that wasn't her real voice.
What do you mean? Like, I was a dupe
Oh, she
over?
got dubbed. She got dubbed. Yeah,
No. How did you find that out?
'cause it's in the new. It's written on the IMDb.
Oh, really? Oh, I didn't
Yeah,
read
somebody else
IMDb.
on here got dubbed too, but she got dubbed.
Did
She
they
was
say
I
why?
think she was English because they decided an American voice would be better instead of an English voice.
Oh, I didn't
See,
notice.
I want to go ahead and point out I like princesses from anywhere in the world. So
Oh, so it doesn't matter what the
even
accent
in
is
the
for you.
galaxy, Princess Leia,
So when you said that,
Amidala, whatever her name is.
it's for the film release, right? There's no original version out there with her original voice. Like when it came out,
No,
it was duped over.
no.
Oh, that's interesting.
Now, unless they go and do a new one, but I mean, me and you didn't see the new one or do see. I mean, we saw what everybody else saw. Let's put it that
Yes.
way.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, we saw the story. I mean, there's only two actors in there I recognize,
Oh yeah, the
or Liam Neeson and was it Robbie Coltrane?
yeah, Robbie Coltrane. The yes, I recognize him too. Like when I saw Robbie Coltrane, when I saw him, like this guy looks so familiar,
Well, I
but
saw
he's
it
a
in the
lot
credits. When the
younger.
credits
Oh,
started, I was like, I know these two. That's the only two
oh.
names I recognize from the
Well,
movie.
I recognized Liam Neeson immediately when he showed
Yeah, of
up.
course you
Yeah,
did. When he showed up, it's like, yay! And I was like, you're not even anybody.
not at that point, right? He's the character with the many wives.
Yeah. So, what did you think of the movie?
So after I told you when I find out it was Star Wars and medieval times, like King Arthur, fuck, I loved it because like that was the first time I seen anything like that. Actually, still today, that's the first time I seen anything like this. It's not like it's the 1800s, right? And then the Star Wars, well, from long time ago in a galaxy far, far away, traveled back to this time and shot their guns. To then, I had never seen anything like this.
Oh, sure. I don't think
Because
anybody's ever seen anything
in
like this.
when I watched this
Probably
movie,
why it didn't
right?
do so good at the box
Oh,
office.
it didn't do very good
But
because
it is a cult. It's a
yeah,
cult.
because
It's a
you know
cult.
why? There wasn't as much nerds back then. I guess I don't know where this movie was released.
Well,
Like,
I don't know. I mean,
it's not
I think a lot
worldwide,
of it.
is it? Oh, it's only released in United Kingdom and United States. So I had
Oh.
never seen this movie until this week.
Hey, guess
If
what? I've never
what?
seen this movie until this week either.
Yeah, see, if you would
Never
have
even heard
shown
of
me
it.
this when I was a teenager, I would have loved this also because I had never seen anything like this.
No.
I like King Arthur those
Oh,
times.
I
like,
love King
yeah,
Arthur. Oh, yeah.
medieval times,
Nice.
right? And then you add that Star Wars effect with this, and I'm thinking like, how the heck are they gonna defeat them? Like, It's not easy, but it's doable.
I know we should kind of scale back. I mean, they just had some futuristic weapons. I mean, it's
They
like
do.
coming up with they got these knights, these sword and sorcery type guys, and they're fighting these guys with laser weapons.
Yes, but later, this movie also seems like a very RPG game to me.
Well,
Like
they did have a game, or that they want to do. Well, I think somebody, and it may just be a rumor, wanted to do a Dungeons and Dragons.
Oh, it feels very
add-on.
Dungeons and Dragons to me.
But they never got in touch with the makers of Dungeons and Dragons, so I think that may just be a myth.
And this is,
But they did make an Atari game.
what they did?
Yeah, there's an Atari game and an arcade game for this.
No,
And Parker Brothers made a board game and a card game for this.
really? Oh, so there's a
Yeah.
lot of marketing back then.
There
for
was
this,
some
huh?
marketing, but it didn't take off. Nobody went to this stuff. But again,
This
they didn't
sucks.
release it for everybody.
The movie, the music's done by James Horner, so I recognize
Yes,
that
I know.
guy's name
But-
too.
Oh no, I recognize it. I knew it was James Horner just watching the movie because I thought throughout this movie I wanted to go watch Wrath of Khan.
No, really?
Yes, because so much of it sounds just like Wrath of Khan. There's several scenes. It's like some of the music. It sounds like, well, Spock's about to save the Enterprise.
From this
I mean,
movie.
the movie. Because remember, there was another movie with James Horner, and it almost sounded like Wrath of Khan.
Oh.
I'm thinking, man, I like James Horner. I love the Wrath of Khan. To me, it's the best soundtrack ever. But I'm like,
I say
when I'm
James
watching
Horner.
another movie, I don't want to hear the Wrath of Khan music.
Oh.
Because I'm sitting there thinking, am I watching Star Trek or am I watching?
Because you already have that, tied into your memory from your
Well,
childhood.
yeah, because
You're
I
like,
remember
whoa.
all the beats and the sounds, and I mean, I could even when Khan kills all those people and they're pulling them down. There's that music that plays. I'm like, he killed those people,
So
but it was okay. It was just like throughout the movie though, they'd have some music. And all I would do is think about Star Trek.
so you were thinking Star Trek watching this.
Yeah,
I
especially
was
when they're
just
flying
thinking
with the
about-
horses. I was like, Star Trek. When it shows the ship go by you with all the deals, and you're
Yes.
laying on the planet, I'm thinking Star Trek.
I like. There's so many.
It's the music, Star Trek music.
There's so many elements of things, right? Like fantasy, they don't explain, which is I'm okay with because it's a
Well,
movie from the
you
80s.
like this. I bet you like this because a lot of this is like Lord of the Rings.
Oh yes, it's very
It's
Lord of the
copied a
Rings.
lot of the artwork from Lord of the
It's
Rings.
very
They
Lord of the
probably-
Rings.
They probably pulled out Lord of the Rings art book and looked at it, and then they wrote the movie.
I even thought of that when I was watching this movie, like, wow, this is very Lord of the Rings, and I
Always
freaking loved
extremely
it.
Lord of the Rings.
The
I almost think it was a ripoff of Lord
One
of
of the
Rings.
parts I really love, right, is when they got those horses and they were riding so fast they start to turn on fire, right? And then they just flew.
Didn't they call those fire mares?
Yeah, so I was like, did they
I was like, so
explain
what do
this?
they call the male horse? Our stallion? No, maybe.
I don't know.
Is there
'cause-
one? I mean, there's got to be one.
So it's so funny. There were several times I had to rewind, right? Especially the horse flying part. I was like, did they explain why? So I had to rewind. I'm like, nope.
Well, they call
just
them. They have a name for them.
I mean,
They're
like, but the name doesn't
explain
do
why.
anything. Like the name doesn't explain. Like I need
But
more
he explains it.
scientific
We
stuff.
need a horse. Yeah, but he says there's
Yeah,
no
they need a
scientific.
horse,
It's
yeah.
sorcery.
I
You're
love
gonna have
sorcery.
Merlin. It's like asking Merlin, "Hey Merlin,
Yes.
so how did you turn into a bird? Hey Merlin, how did King Arthur pull the sword from the stone that
Man.
you enchanted?"
Speaking of Merlin, didn't they make a TV show back on ABC a long time ago called just Merlin? Do you
Yep,
remember
it
that?
was good. Yep, I sure did.
Yeah,
watched
I
it.
remember buying the
was
DVDs
awesome.
for it. Like, yeah, but I don't remember it, like this fantasy stuff I love. And when I saw what's the name is Colwyn, right? That's how you pronounce it, Colwyn. The main character.
Yeah.
He looks like Chris Pratt to me.
Really?
To me though. But then I went back to my same joke. All of you guys look alike.
Yeah. And, hey, that same joke's getting old.
Yeah, it is. Yeah, no. So he just looked like Chris Pratt to me. So he gave me that
Okay.
Guardians
with it.
feel too, because like he's a fighter.
Yeah.
He's not a spoofy.
Kinda. No, he's kind of a lover.
Yeah, so he's not.
Wait! Who are we talking about? We're talking about this guy.
Oh, we're talking
Yeah,
about
this
this
guy's
guy.
a fighter.
This guy's
Okay,
a
we thought
fighter.
I thought we were talking about Star Lord. I was
Oh
gonna say,
no,
yeah, he's
I'm
kind
talking
of more
about
of a
this
lover.
guy. This guy is legit. And also in the beginning, right? I asked Heather, she was watching
Yeah,
the
he's pretty
beginning.
serious.
Yeah, he's very serious.
But he smiles all the time. Everything's funny to
Oh
him.
yeah, he's very laid back.
Yeah,
You
I
know,
would be
even though
uptight.
he's in a
I'd
very
be like-
serious situation.
Especially with that first guy, that magic guy they find. I'd be like, yeah, we're leaving you, dude. You're
Think
done.
about Ergo,
Yeah.
what?
Yeah, I'd be like, whatever, we're done.
I remember
Magnificent.
the Magnificent. I love it. I love it when he
Yeah.
explains it like, when you're small, right? Your name's gotta be outstanding.
Yeah, I'd be like,
Then I'm like-
okay, you're not coming with us.
And I was like looking at him like he doesn't look that small. Then they put out next to that Cyclops dude. Like, okay, Red.
Well, the Cyclops was bigger than everybody though.
Yeah. I love one of my favorite lines. He's like, "What do you wish for?" He's like, "Ignorance." That was freaking brilliant. But I did like Ergo's character, but the Magnificent, because he knows magic. You know, it's like,
and he did what for anybody?
Well, he did the thing.
All he did was he turned into the tiger at the end.
Yeah, I was thinking like, wow, why didn't you?
He never turned. He never used any magic to help anybody really.
No, he turned himself into a goose, right, or a duck earlier.
Yeah, by accident.
And I'm like, why did he?
Then he turned himself into a puppy just to make that little kid happy.
Yeah, to make the little kid happy.
Yeah,
I thought that was pretty.
Well, I don't know. I think that was kind of accidental,
but like, I did like the conversation with him and this kid. Like, hey, if you wish for anything, he's like, what would you wish for? Like, well, I wish you have a puppy. Like, why not? If you're wishing stuff, why not having like?
Yeah. Oh yeah, he wants to overdo it. Yeah, he wants to overdo everything. I was like,
well, calm down a little bit. I just need one. Hundreds of puppies, like, dude, that's a lot of responsibility.
Yeah, that's too much. Which one would you pet first? I mean, that'd be into that. I'd just walk away. It'd be like 100 puppies. I can't do that.
I thought it's really nice when he did
101 puppies. Can't do that either.
Because I didn't think like Ergo had that kind of personality. Because you know when you first see him catch on, right? He never really did anything for anyone. Right?
Yeah.
Yeah, until like that
right.
kid. I didn't even think that he was going to do that. He thought like, oh, this kid is dumb, just wish for a puppy. But then he did it for the kid, which is cool. And then when he turns himself into the tiger, right? I thought those shots were pretty good too. This was considered an box office bomb.
Yes.
Okay? But the graphics, I mean, the special effects for 1983 was way better than a lot of movies that I seen in the 90s.
Yeah.
You know what I'm talking about? Like,
I mean, oh yeah, the special effects is almost as good as Blade.
No, but we've seen some really bad special effects before for movies that came way after this. Like,
oh yeah.
What happened? Because guys like me and you didn't see this movie.
We didn't see this movie.
That's another $6 that movie theater didn't get at that time.
Well, because I don't remember ever hearing about it. But again, I was way too young. I was too young to even see it. Because what came out around this year? Return of the Jedi.
Right, but you know what? This never got TV play either. Like this never got on syndication.
Well, that's what I'm saying though. I went and saw Return of the Jedi at the theater, and that was a big deal for me.
Yeah,
you know. I mean, going to the theater then was a big deal, and that's where you would have saw it. I mean, where else would I saw it?
Well, I know this released in.
I mean, later on, I guess later on I probably could have saw it on HBO, but.
You know, I'm not even sure this even play on HBO. Because me and my sister, when we moved to Texas, right, we got our parents to get us HBO, and that was a way bad choice because my mother didn't speak English, so we were watching all kinds of weird all stuff.
Yeah, well,
and this movie never came across.
You were lucky.
Well, I was like, I got
HBO, and I can only watch certain things.
Me and my sister watched so many movies that's not like I can't believe that's got released, right? We watched the first Captain America from 1990 on HBO or like Showtime or Cinemax or whatever channel it was on. But
and then you were like, I'm ready to go back to Hong Kong.
Like, what the heck is this? If they show me more movies like this, I think Windy should start out this year, right, with a lot of 80s movies. Like stuff that you thought it was great, right?
Oh, you can only handle I could only handle so much 80s.
No, but it's got to be really good.
Well, but you don't ever know.
See,
there's only going to be so many really good movies from the 80s.
But like with a mixture of sci-fi. Well, we saw The Last Starfighter.
That's like I say in the 90s, because there's only going to be a few really good ones from the 90s.
Yeah.
And I can't remember anything came after that.
We haven't watched Tron yet. We watched this one. So far we watched The Last Starfighter.
Yeah, and Tron's okay. Whoa. Tron's okay.
But hey, I guess we gotta give credit to a lot of movies back from the 80s. It's kind of shaped the stuff way we were, right? Because
it did shape.
Trek. Yeah,
it did shape the stuff we want to watch. Yeah,
like Back to the Future, like these science fictions. I really love time travel. I really like science fiction. I really like fantasy. You know, like when Colwyn was
nerds. That's why
it is. So when
simple as that. Hey, that's why we fight robots.
That's what Big Bang doing. Oh yeah, no one's gonna get girls. That's why we fight robots.
Or at least that's why I still fight robots. So
I told you, like, you did you play a lot of role playing games like RPGs? I play them on the Nintendo, like Final Fantasy and.
Oh yeah, well, the way you played them, I didn't play them with people. I mean, that would mean I'd have to go see people.
Oh no.
That didn't happen.
No, when you play a role playing game at home, like
yeah, I played them. Oh yeah, I played on video games.
I like that them. He get all these characters like that. How do you pronounce his name? Ynyr. That old dude. How do you pronounce his name?
Old dude. They went and died in the spider cave.
They call him the old one. Ynyr. Yeah. Ynyr.
Yeah, we'll go with Ynyr.
Yeah, Ynyr. So, like, that was his first guy, right? And then they pick up Ergo. Then they pick up, I guess, an army of 12.
Well, yeah, because that guy just shows up. Yeah, he just shows up out of the blue. It's like, oh, I knew they were here. I knew y'all got killed. I was just going to see if anybody... I thought he was going to pick everything clean.
Oh, you think so?
Well, that's what I would do. After I saw a bunch of dead bodies, I'd show up, just get all the stuff I wanted and leave.
Oh, just like a scavenger?
Yeah. Like I'm gonna stay there and bandage somebody up. I'd be like, oh, this is valuable. I'm taking it.
I forgot to talk about like the beginning of the movie. I got sidetracked. Well, which we always do anay. Like the arranged marriage.
That's our life.
Yeah, the arranged marriage thing. Like
I would be down for that too if it looked like that. You know?
And I'm thinking like, I forget how many times, I guess back in the day in the 1800s, this is exactly how they find
1800s.
Oh, not the 1800s. Even I'm sorry, I got confused. Like, but back then that's how they get the peace between two countries, right? They just have the
sometimes
prince and princesses.
I mean, yeah, sometimes. I mean, that's how they can join empires.
Oh, empire,
kingdoms. Yeah, that's how they hook kingdoms together. I mean, to keep people happy. Yeah, in the old days, that's like the 1000s and the 1100s.
Yeah, 1100s, really
long. 1200s and so forth. Yeah, and the thing is, like the king of England might marry like the queen or the princess from Spain, or somebody from France or some from Denmark. They all did that. Or if you're in the English, while they're fighting their civil wars, they would marry so and so, the duke of so and so would marry the duke of that, and their land would be double. Because if you didn't do that, you would just go to their castle and burn it down and take her anyway. So that's the way it worked. That's what I would do. I'd be like, hey, so and so, we're gonna get married. They'd be like, nope. I'm going, well, guess what? I'm gonna siege your castle, kill all your people, and take her anyways. Because that's just the way I wrote.
So this is just the best way to keep the peace between, I guess, the nations.
Yeah, for a little bit.
Can you imagine we do that kind of stuff today?
Oh, it'd be awesome.
I mean, like all over the place. Like, oh man, I don't want to marry.
Well, no, I mean, we still do that today. It just depends on how high up on the food chain you are and
yes, what
nation you came from and your culture. I mean, arranged marriages are normal, and then kings and queens, they still marry princes and princesses still marry princes and princesses.
Yeah, and like duchess and duchess.
Well, unless you're English, then you just get whoever you want.
Yeah, it's very like. Yeah,
it's like we want to do it, but we really don't want to do it.
How'd you like the I guess the Lord of the Rings part? Like when they got that weapon, the Gave. Is that how you pronounce it?
We're gonna call it Gave.
The Gave.
We're gonna call it Dave. Let's call it Dave.
Gave. Okay.
I like Dave better. What's a D? Dave.
Gave.
Well, it is the glaive, or I call it the glaive. How about the glaive? The glaive sounds even better.
He basically.
I mean, I know there's a bunch of people listening to us laughing at us about how we pronounce things. Just get over it, okay? Because we don't know what we're talking about. And how do you know you're right, anyways?
Because they said it in the movie.
Because maybe we're pronouncing it correctly.
Because didn't they say it in the movie?
Oh, because they wrote the movie. Don't know they knew how to pronounce it correctly either.
Oh my come God! On. So you're gonna
me and you write stuff down all the time, and we don't even know what we're saying.
So basically, he picked up this ninja star from the Magna. Like, what is this?
Yeah, well, I like it because it's kind of stupid the way the line he says. He goes, something about, I'll return with a sword. So he goes, well, if you don't return, you won't return because you'll be dead. Blah blah blah. He didn't really say you'll be dead. He just goes, well, if you don't return,
yeah,
you're not going to return. It basically talks in circles. I was like, well, duh. I mean, come on. And of course, this guy goes in there. It's like, stick his hand in there. Would you do that?
No, because when he stuck his hand in there, like I thought it was gonna burn. I was like, "What's going on?"
Yeah,
here?
but the problem is, it's the same thing with King Arthur, though. This is like the King Arthur moment.
Yeah,
you're either worthy, or the Thor. There's Thor with Jonathan back here. Yeah, Mjolnir. Yeah, Mjolnir. You're either worthy to pick it up or you're not. If you're worthy to pick it up, you get to be king. But in this one, King Arthur could have played with his sword and never got it out. No big deal.
He could try
Same thing with anybody. Yeah, you try again. You're gonna die. This guy, if
Dude,
you
he
ain't
just
it,
went
you're
for it.
dead.
I'm like,
Yep, you're dead.
oh yeah, like just like, dude, this might not end well. Like I'm gonna do
But
it anyway.
I did like when he pulls the star out. How I just like the special effect of the dirt falling off,
Yes, the dirt falling
the
off, that was
magma,
really cool. Yeah.
the rock falling off. I thought, man, that's actually pretty good right there.
Yeah, it was, but that's what I was talking about. The special effects was way better than movies that came out in
Yeah. Well, I
1989.
mean, well, for this movie, I didn't expect too much.
I didn't either, but I didn't think the effects was
And I'm
gonna
gonna
look
say
so
I'm not
good.
gonna say it's awesome, but it was good. It was interesting.
And I like all
If I was
the.
younger, I probably would have liked it a lot more.
Oh, I would too. And also, obviously we can tell the soundstage shots. You know.
Oh yeah, and they
Yeah.
had tons of sound stages. I mean, this was an expensive movie to make.
Yes, it
That's
was.
probably why they didn't.
They do
I don't
so
know
good,
what they
right?
were thinking. I don't know what they were thinking when they made it. Because if I would have read the script, I'd be like, it'll get some people watching it, but it's not going to be a box office mega
Like a
hit.
hit, right?
Not
But you
back
know what?
then. But I
Nobody
guess
thought
somebody was
Star
thinking,
Wars
but
was
you know
gonna
what?
be a hit too.
Yeah, but these guys were looking at it, they going like, we got something better than Star Wars right here.
I could see how they could think that.
I guess they could have thought it, but
I mean,
what
like,
else? What else would they compared it to? Because I mean, a lot of other movies that's in this range, they didn't do very good.
no, right? It's none
I
of
mean,
these always
and
did good.
we've done movies comparable in this range. It's like Last Starfighter.
Yeah,
It was good, just wasn't that good.
no, it wasn't that good. It's
Yeah,
not like,
and they had impressive special effects for it too.
yeah, it did. It was
I think
also
I
in
think we got to
'85.
a point. Yeah, well, I think they got to the point where Star Wars made so much money because Star Wars didn't have any competition really.
No, no, no,
I
yeah,
mean, there
you're
was
right.
probably other special effects, but it was way ahead of everything that was coming out. There was
Yeah,
nothing else to watch like that. And then the problem is, all of a sudden, you got nothing but fantasy and space movies, and a lot of them have crappy writing and a lot of crappy special effects. So a lot of people don't want to risk their money going to the theater. You
this
know,
is a.
that's probably why a lot of people didn't see this movie because they're like, yeah, they've already done like 5 this year like that. I don't want to go see it.
That
And then they
sucks.
missed it.
They did miss it. A lot
But
of
that
people did.
happens in our time. There's a lot of movies we don't go see because we're like, I'm burned out on it. It's like,
Uh,
oh, you want to go see a superhero movie? I'm like, bro, I've seen a lot of good Marvel movies. Why would I want to go over there and just waste my time on that one?
it's funny that you mentioned that because what was that one that came out recently with The Rock? Black Adam.
Yeah.
It passed the time where it made it profitable, right? Now there's a box office flop because they didn't make enough money to cover.
Yeah. Well, we'll have to watch that and comment on it. My comment is, why do I want to see a supervillain?
Oh.
I mean, I'm sick of that crap. I don't want to see the Joker. I don't want to see any supervillains. I don't want to do that crap. We did that in the 90s. Made Venom. We're going to make villain a superhero now. On
Okay.
that, because that's like Sony. That's all Sony does. All it has is it can either make a Spider-Man movie or Spider-Man's villains.
Yeah.
Morbius. We're gonna make Morbius a hero. I'm like, Morbius isn't a hero, really.
So now, because this movie is made by Columbia, we had to jump on Sony's thing. I need
We
to
don't
get off
because this is before Sony bought
before
them.
Sony bought Columbia.
Yeah, this is not a Sony movie at all.
Oh, okay.
And
So
so Ghostbusters originally wasn't a Sony. I mean, it's Sony's property now, so they
yeah.
can go make another one. And why not? I mean, quit making Spider-Man movies and go make another Krull.
Yes, they
You
need to
know,
bring this back.
let's
So
see where this kingdom went. Yeah. Even
yes.
though I think you can end with this movie and be happy.
No, it was good. It the way it ended, right? They won, but then it's really weird at the end.
But here's the thing, though. We could make a second one. You know why? Because the whole start of the movie tells you of a prophecy. Some guy marries some girl.
Yes.
They become rulers, and then they have a son
the kid
who becomes the ruler of the universe. So I'm like, we could see this. We never saw this.
No.
I'd like to see this. How's this guy just going to do it? Is he going to be evil? Bad?
So this is just like the man from Uncle. Something that they
yeah.
can build on, right? Because we don't have enough audience, so let's not build.
But
on
I don't think they ever thought they were going to just do a whole bunch of these.
No,
well, maybe they
not.
did they may have since they did video games and so forth.
Oh, you know what? They expanded all the but
Too bad they didn't have like action figures that would come out. We could find some action figures.
I was gonna say I forgot what I was gonna. I forgot. I lost my train of thought about where.
That's okay. It'll come back.
Yeah,
you still got time.
Yes. Because when you talk about I remember now the ending. They lost a lot of people just going through that.
Yeah, they did. Almost everybody got killed.
At the end, Colwyn was like we said, like he always smiles at everything, right? Like, dude, didn't you lose like 10 guys just going through this adventure? And one thing I always love, quicksand.
Yeah,
You know, back in the
quicksand.
day, when you walk in quicksand, right? This is how you survive. Like, I had never come across quicksand in my life, and like, I don't even know what it looks like. So when I
Yeah, well,
saw
we have
this
to go
movie,
to a
it was
swamp.
closest.
Me and you are not nowhere near a swamp, so
Why
we're
would I ever
okay.
go to a swamp? Like,
Or the Amazon or somewhere like that. We're
so
not going over.
places I would never go.
Yeah, places we'll normally never go.
You know what? When that guy was going down into the quicksand, I thought he was going to make it.
I thought it was too. I
Yeah.
think that was the point. You thought he was going to make it, but he didn't make it because that's why his
Yeah.
hand cut back up and then it's like.
I thought, when his cane came back, I was like, dude, that's like the
But the
Terminator.
problem is, I guess after the amount of people that we seen get killed and get killed and get killed, we should just know ain't nobody's going to come out of this one.
Yeah, I was like, whoa.
It's like when you're a kid and you're playing with all your action figures, you know, your GI Joes mixed with your Star Wars guys.
Yeah.
At the end of it, I always end up with just like 2 GI Joes left. I start off with like 50 soldiers, you know, got 25 Cobra, 25 GI Joes, and a Han Solo and a Princess Leia, and they're all fighting a war. And then at the end,
What happened?
no, Duke,
I don't know. I don't
Duke
know.
or Falcon's alive. I don't know. Everybody just shot back and forth, and then that was the end of that.
So, like, what happened there, Lou? I have no idea.
Yeah, it's like, only 2 guys left.
It made me sad that the Cyclops guy died. Ren, right, was his name?
Yeah, but he already knew he was going to die. Remember?
Well, yeah.
That was the whole point of the story, was they get to see their future, but their
Mm.
future is only when they're going to die.
Wow.
So he already knew their quest was probably going to succeed.
Oh, that's very interesting. I didn't like that. You know what? I thought whatever special effects they did, right? The motion, the animation, whatever.
Yeah.
Was really good on the Cyclops.
Yeah, the makeup.
Yeah, the makeup and like the eye blinking.
Well, that's all they do that when they close up. They was already do that on a close up though too. So
yeah, it was really good.
So they could had all the stuff to make it go.
And I'm like thinking like, wow, how did that guy see and act out at this thing? Because it's probably like the makeup's probably.
Oh, he didn't have to
because
because they just like hold him still and stand him right here and say, "Okay, look straight."
Because it's
There's a
bigger than
camera here.
everybody.
Yeah, because most of the time you didn't see him blink when he was far away,
No, you didn't see him walk like running.
and he probably could see out the mask at certain times where you just couldn't see his face.
I knew right away that he wasn't a bad guy in the beginning, like when they first showed him.
Yeah, well, I kind of figured he wasn't either.
Yes, it's kind of so easy too, because it's just
otherwise he would have just been standing there watching, just going, "Huh, what a dummy! Look at these losers. I'm gonna have to go with them and save them."
You know what I thought of when every time they killed a Slayer, like the red lightning comes up, right? It reminded me of that shield in the new Dune movie when they turn on the shield, and when you hit them, right? Like there's blue and red stuff.
Here's what puzzled me though. Every time they kill him, some little alien thing would come out and go in the ground.
Oh yeah, like come on their head, right?
Yeah, you saw that little red thing going in. It's almost like aliens right there. Chest busters.
It's either aliens or from Men in Black, like the little aliens controlling this body as a suit.
No, these were nasty looking.
Yeah, they just went away, and I'm like,
they're so nasty. Yeah, they're so nasty looking. I'm like, dude, I don't know about these guys. Yeah. Now, if it was the other aliens from Men in Black, I'd be like, okay, cool.
So if I talked about this point before, if you like a movie, right, you wouldn't question the science. But if you don't like a movie, you will point out everything bad with the continuation of this movie.
Well, it depends how bad the movie was. If it was really bad, I'm not even questioning it. I'm just like, the only question I got is, why did they make this?
So the thing that I threw out the window, right, that I didn't really care for.
My other question before, I hate to interrupt you, my other question would be about, why did I sit here and watch it?
Because we want to talk about it. So,
about the movies that we watch that we won't ever talk about. I'm sitting there, why did I watch this?
I don't know.
I should only watch movies that Lambs tells me to watch.
I still haven't watched because we just don't have time sometimes.
Yeah, we don't. All right, let's go.
So the things I didn't have a problem with, but I should, right? Is when they go on their quest. Sometimes they were riding horses. Sometimes they were just walking.
Okay. Yes, I did that. Because here's the thing, when they get the fire mares, they had horses to catch the fire mares. I was like, what? And I had a problem with, because I know about the horses. I was like, why they got Clydesdale horses? I know they painted them different colors, but
because like some scenes they were just walking, right, and then the next scene, like suddenly they're on horseback again. Like
maybe it's just maybe we're supposed to realize that they had a whole bunch of guys with them, even though they really didn't. I mean, because they had supposed to have a whole bunch of guys all the time. They got these 2 armies, but when they show up the front, you only see a few armies guys in the castle. The castle's huge,
yeah,
but you're supposed to automatically thought, oh, they got a lot of guys,
yeah.
And then these other guys are supposed to come with a big army, and they sent soldiers out to go get those guys. But all those guys got killed, and then they just show up with a few guys. So they pretty much wiped out everybody. So
Yeah,
when the
that's what I
prince
figured
shows up,
too.
so when the prince shows up, he ain't even got a kingdom to share with the princess. If I was the princess, I'd be like, oh, sorry, dude.
Oh no, we could just go back
I
home and
thought
move
I
the
was
bodies.
I thought I was getting some more people, but oh well.
I thought we were getting some more people.
Well, she thought she was getting a kingdom, and all he brought was himself.
Hey, I thought those guys from the kingdom and actually the Slayers, they looked pretty futuristic at the time. I mean, like, not today,
Oh yeah, the
but
Slayers look pretty.
yeah, from '83, it looks pretty futuristic.
Yeah,
Like,
I thought they looked pretty cool because also I was thinking when I was watching it, Geiger, the guy who created Aliens, that
yes.
did all the artwork. That's all his. I looked like a lot of his work.
Oh, really? You think that's his
Even
work?
the Slayers, I don't know. I don't think it was, but I'm sure
But it
people
looks
looked.
really good,
They probably
though.
watched Aliens. They're like, yeah, that looks cool. We're gonna make it like that.
Oh yeah, everything. Yeah, that's a lot of stuff that's probably similar. Like you said, Lord of the Rings, and now like the Alien thing.
Oh, this whole movie, they watch everybody else's stuff. They're like, yeah, we'll just use this. That's good.
Hey, but you know what? This wasn't based on a book though. This is just written for this.
Yeah. Well, it was based on a lot of other people's books, I'm
Yeah.
sure.
But then it's not based on a true, like a real book.
Yeah. Oh no. Yeah, it's not based on. There was no book written for it.
No. Or like well, can you say the princess was in a lot of scenes, but the beast just want a wife? So that way, what is the?
I don't know. He saw this other dude getting a princess, and he thought the same thing I think when I see somebody getting a princess. Like, I should have one too. Why not?
So it's like,
I'd like to try this thing.
So it's like Super.
And then he got
Brothers.
her, yeah, and then exactly got the princess. He's got this princess. Like, all right, I'm this big, ugly, devil-looking monster, and the princess is about this big.
Yeah.
What am I gonna do with her? Put her in a little cage, build a little dollhouse.
I was gonna say the same thing. It's kind of like Super Mario Brothers, right? Bowser is really big. What's he gonna do with Princess Peach?
Yeah.
I have no idea.
You know what he's gonna do is just go, oh, I got a princess, yeah, got one.
And then that's it. It stops.
Yeah, that's it. After that, he's like, what am I gonna do with you?
It's not like
I can't even do anything with
it's
you.
not like Big
This
Trouble in
basically
Little
it's like
China.
this. It's like buying Barbie dolls, okay?
Oh.
Give it to your niece or something. Go here, niece. I got you a little princess.
Whatever it is, because like I was gonna
I
say,
got you this little doll.
it's not like Big Trouble in Little China where he marries a green eyed lady so he can become mortal again and can rule the universe, right?
Well, it could have been because I think she had green eyes. I'm not sure.
No, you know what I noticed on this movie in the beginning, right, when the princess is talking to her father, the king, that dude has really blue eyes, man. Like really white hair, but his eyes are so blue. Or maybe just the vivid.
Well, it's probably because
really
his hair is so white. It's probably because his hair was so white.
I don't think a lot of movies, right? They like to see the the white man's like blue eyes because like
Yeah,
blue eye guys
maybe
are
so.
like really popular even to this day.
Are they? Really?
I don't know, but I
I
noticed
don't
that
think
a
that's
lot.
true.
I mean, I noticed that a lot. Like, why is this guy's eyes so blue?
Yeah, I don't know. I've seen that in movies too, and I wonder, if that's real.
Hey, when oh shoot, a long time ago when me and you shot the last shot when we were trying to get on it, there's some shots of you, your eyes were really blue. I have some
But my eyes aren't blue.
Yeah, I know. I was like, what the heck's going on here?
Yeah, I'm like, my eyes aren't blue.
No,
I had somebody
not
come up to me and go, oh, you have such beautiful blue eyes. I was sat there looking at them and go,
It's the light.
my eyes aren't
It's
blue.
the light, man. I'm telling you, it's the
It's
light.
probably the light. I'm sure it's the light. And you're probably right. It's probably the lighting.
Yeah, it's the lighting and his complexion. Yeah,
because we've seen a lot of older movies where the eyes look different.
yeah.
Because I mean, I'm sure people watching right now, they're like, I can't see Shane's eyes because there's a glare on his glasses, and I'm looking at yours. I'm like, that's not what Lamb's eyes look like for real.
It looks black, right?
Because in real life, Lamb's eyes are as dark as death.
I had to look really hard to see my eyes are brown.
They look brown. Yeah, they look pretty brown. It depends. You also got a red light behind you, so you look kind of like the devil at the moment. But that's not how you really look. In real life, I want everybody to know. In real life, Lamb looks like the angel that he really is. His eyes are actually baby blue.
Yes, because I'm from that kind of part of China where blue-eyed Chinese boys.
Right next to the province, it has all the green-eyed girls.
Yes. Oh,
what province is that?
I don't know, the one where they are
Green Ynyr.
Yeah.
Yeah, that really sounds Chinese, don't it?
There's a city in China. That's where a lot of pearls come from. Called Pearl City or Pearl Sea. So those are where they
Yeah, I want to hear it in Chinese.
I forgot what it is called.
Oh, okay.
I forgot what it's called. You know what? I forgot
we could have added a special element to our show, an elegance.
Oh, well, where I speak something that only I can understand.
Yep.
And
That makes people like me go, wow.
Well, a handful of us.
Because you could say something like really awesome, and I could go, wow, that sounds beautiful.
Could.
What's that mean? And you know what you'd say? You go, that means toilet.
So, I could in China. I mean, not in China. In Hong Kong.
Actually, okay, go ahead.
In Hong Kong, there's a city called Souma Dao. Translated, it's called Digital Island. Okay. So
that sounds cool too.
Digital Island.
That sounds cool.
It's where most of the international and foreign students are at because they have an international school there. So when me and Heather went back in 2012, right, with my whole family, my sister and my brother-in-law, we went to this place, right? So we did some like those elegant photos, like family portrait and wedding photos and things like that. And when we were at Digital Island, we're waiting outside for a little bit for them to set up, right? We saw a whole bunch of white people.
I'm sorry.
It's because because
it sounded disappointing.
No, it's because like the Digital Island, right? That's where a lot of the international kids are. It makes me think like I wonder these I guess white people.
Can I tell you? Can I just go ahead and tell you? Digital Island actually sounds cool.
Oh yeah, it's called Digital
Island. Even that, it sounds like a place in Disneyland.
Digital Island. And I was wondering if those white kids, because they were kind of young, right, like 10 or 11. I was like, I wonder if they speak Cantonese.
Why? You don't have to. You got some money.
No,
they'll speak anything you want.
Because a lot of us over there speak English.
I hate to say this. A lot of people everywhere speak English.
A lot of people everywhere speak English. Even like there's a place, right? They actually have a name for the street. I don't even remember the name, right? But the nickname for that street is called Woman Street because there's a whole bunch of people set up shop just for people to shop.
Okay.
That's why they call it Woman Street, but there's an actual street for that name, but it's just the name got so popular, right? A lot of those people who set up shop are not educated, okay? There's sometimes...
Hey, can I make a guess that they're all women?
No. Most of them are women.
Yeah, I mean, that's gotta be a reason you call it Woman Street.
Because you see, like, you call it Woman Street, right? Because, I guess back then women are known for shopping.
Yeah.
That's why they call it Woman Street. But, like, you see, like, international soccer players, this is a street where they sell a lot of bootleg stuff. Now, because Chinese people love money,
well, that's
right?
called China.
because Chinese people love money. Sometimes you hear that lady, right?
We kind of all love money.
We all love money, but Chinese people love money a lot, a lot more, I guess.
Okay.
You could hear the Chinese lady, like these are not educated people. They speak Japanese. They speak English. They speak like whoever is gonna pay money to buy their stuff, they will speak that language.
Well, because I was pretty impressed.
Yeah, it sounds educated, right? It's because like they probably hear the conversation from the other people so much, right? They know how to speak in their tongue. Where like, oh yeah, I'll give you $50, just $50 for all 5 of it. There's a lot of haggling in that street. That's something that I miss.
Okay, hey, before we get away from the conversation, I want you to say Toilet Island in Cantonese.
Toilet Island, 廁所島.
See, everything sounds better in a foreign language.
廁所島.
I
can say another one too, 茅廁島. Like depends on how, like where you're from.
What's that mean? What's that mean?
It basically means toilet.
Okay, I like that.
茅廁 is for like a lower pleasant.
Yeah.
廁所is for like a.
See, that makes me want to buy it. That makes me want to buy it, and I get it, and I'm like, this is what I got.
Depends on what I say, right? You would know like what level of education that person has.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, that's why like when you say like when I talk about the rating system, right? This movie was rated PG-13, right?
No, it's PG.
This was it's PG, okay?
Well, so there's no way it's PG-13.
American has this rated R thing. It's because they swear a lot, okay? In Hong Kong, a lot of our movies don't have a lot of cussing in it. It's because
I'm sorry, y'all deprived.
No, my father, right, and my uncle, like when they speak to someone that uses a lot of cuss words, right, immediately they know the other person is are not educated. That's how they judge, I guess, grade people. Because if you're not educated, right, you don't know what the words you should be using. That's why they use a lot of swearing.
Well, it's over here because I mean I think they've showed that studies prove that people that use a lot of swear words are a lot more intelligent than
that's the thing we read. But then, like, how reliable is that?
I don't know, but I mean Samuel L. Jackson, he sounds pretty educated when he's like,
he sounds pretty educated, but he's acting. Like, I read the same thing too. Like, how how educated, how true is that thing? How did they do
I
this
don't know.
study? Because like, if that's the way, right, then everybody who's an executive, they should be cussing their ass off all the time,
How
no
do we
matter
know
what
they're
they
not?
are.
How do
No,
we
in
know
a
they're
formal
not?
meeting, like in meetings when they
Oh,
meet their
okay.
employees. But like, I
Well,
had never heard that before. How did they get to that conclusion?
I don't know. I'm just thinking though that who knows?
All right, let's get back to the movie. um, Remember when he first got that gave?
Yeah.
The old one told him not to use it whenever he wants. It's
Well,
like,
he said you'll know when to
yeah,
use
you'll
it.
know
Yeah.
when. I love those things back from the 80s. Like, it's one of those things like, hey, you're. What was it? We watched something recently. Oh, the universe not supposed to put you someplace. So in Men in Black International.
Yeah, but that's a new movie.
Yeah, see, they still use that kind of cliche,
Yeah,
right?
well, that's the way the world works. Our world, a lot of people believe that. All the universe will set you
Where you're
what
supposed
you
to be
can't do. Yeah, that's
at the
kind of a
time you're
thing,
supposed
just a
to be.
running dead.
So it's just
Yeah, I think it's sometimes scrappy because I mean, what if you crap yourself at this place? The universe didn't really want you there.
you will know when you know it.
Yeah, you will know it when you know it.
And the scene was like, this movie was really long. It's
Yeah.
not one of those where I think it's one of those long movies, but it seems short. It's not. It's exactly every single minute of the 2 hours I watch. But then one thing that really dragged me, right, when he was trying to open the door to get back to his queen, like, dude, that took a long time.
That was a little while. I mean, like I was thinking, I was thinking somewhere during the middle of this movie, I'm like, I could re-edit this movie and make it a lot better. Because there's just some stuff you just don't need to see,
Then it's like opening the door part. I was like, okay, this is taking a little bit longer.
Yeah, I mean, I get it. So he controls it and he cuts this weird looking cut in the door.
Yeah, but it took a long time.
And then he started killing people with it. He started killing them, which was awesome when he was killing those guys with it. And then he loses it. I'm like, man, think about that. He may have overused it.
Oh, I didn't think about that. Like the
I don't
power
know.
of the whatever.
Yeah, because he kept using it and then just kind of couldn't use it. Remember, because he stabs that big old beast and he just kind of keeps trying to do the Luke Skywalker where he's like using the force to get it.
Yeah, I saw that.
And it won't come back out of the monster.
Like it looked like the monster had it in his back pocket. He was trying to reach it.
Yeah.
The other thing is like, so if I didn't like this movie, I was like, dude, why is this opening the door take so long?
Yeah,
but I was thinking those spikes coming out the side, right? Like it's very Indiana Jones, but it was coming out very slow.
That was very Indiana Jones. So, yeah, it wasn't just Indiana Jones. It also reminded me of Star Wars when they're in the trash pit,
Oh,
and the walls are closing up. But yeah, you had that dude go get his knife, so he gets killed over nothing, over that stupid knife. You got killed.
You want to get the knife back, like, dude. Let's see where this is going first, okay? It's closing in on you. Like,
oh yeah, Liam Neeson gets killed too.
Oh, see, I didn't expect that, but then at that
I didn't expect that either.
It wasn't a big name,
but it would have been awesome.
And you know what? I also like the Beast controlling that the wizard looking guy. The Willy
Wonka
guy,
Well, he controls a lot of people though. We see him control several people
too.
Then he control that lady.
Then he could show like, this guy is not for you. Look, he's with another woman or something. But then he plays the whole movies for them because it didn't work the way that he wanted to work.
Yeah. That
he
Beast
thought
guy
he was gonna.
A jerk.
Yeah, the Beast guy. He thought the king was gonna fall to the the lust from that woman, but it didn't work.
Yeah.
I was like, dude, you didn't see where this point out for us?
Well, first of all, I've been like, hey, you saw the princess.
Yeah.
And all the trouble he has to go through? No way.
Oh.
Nobody's going to cheat on her.
Yeah.
I mean, if I got that much trouble, I'll be like, sorry, lady. Almost 27 people almost died. We're not hooking up. I'm sorry.
I also like but it falls into the category of like things that didn't really make sense. Is when Liam Neeson went to go get his wife, like I didn't even know how far he had to travel, and suddenly he had these maidens.
But it's supposed to be in the town. You never see any towns.
No,
because they couldn't afford it. I mean, they spent so much money. That's why. But they just reference. Oh yeah, we remember that town we passed back there. Like, oh yeah, do you have a wife there? Oh yeah, 7 wives, and every town has a wife. One of my wives in it. So here comes his wife.
With other,
with one other lady, just 2 people could show up.
So a lot back then, right? It takes a lot of conversation to
This movie is a movie that you have to listen to.
Yes.
In order to get it, and that's the thing. Like I'd say, they couldn't show this in Hong Kong.
No.
Because that'd be so much dialogue at the bottom of the screen, I would be like, whatever. Show me some action. Show me some Jackie Chan jumping out.
Yeah, see, that's why Arnold and Stallone is so popular in my country.
Yeah, because they can't really talk anyway, so it's okay.
That's my joke.
Oh, sorry.
I was like, I love Arnold so much, right? And I'm like, man, I can never be an action star. Look at him, right? I can't even speak English until you move to America, right? Then you learn like, oh, this guy doesn't speak English either. I have a chance. And like Stallone is born in the U.S., but he can be hardly understood. But then he has that muscle thing.
Hey! We don't have to make suggestions. He hit people. That's all you got to do. In America, if you shoot or hit somebody, it's good,
dude. One guy can pick up a phone booth with a dude in it. It's awesome.
Yeah, that's pretty awesome. Then of course we have Superman too. So.
Yes. Yeah, you're right on the dialogue thing. Like this one, it needs a lot of dialogue to carry the movie.
Oh yeah, because a lot of it is because like you're talking about the horses. If you didn't hear it all, you're like, why is there fire coming? Because I mean, even that, I was for a second. I was like, why is there fire coming out of their hoods?
Dude, it was one of the coolest things I ever seen in my life.
Well, when it takes off, it looks like Santa Claus going through the sky.
When they were taking off, right? Like I thought the fire was just like
yeah. Matter of fact, it looked like that movie Santa Claus.
Yes,
where they had those reindeers flying, and you see that stuff coming out the bottom of their feet.
No, I thought they were going to turn into Pegasus with the wings and everything, but like no, it's just the fire.
No, it's the fire on the hoods.
I'm just satisfied enough with that. Like I'm good. All right.
Yeah.
They're
well,
flying, they got it.
I thought it was ridiculous, but yeah, I was down with it.
It's like, ridiculous. It probably wasn't ridiculous at the time because like we gotta think about this. We're taking today's standards back then, but back then it's like, dude, we can't do anything we want to do.
Yeah, I mean, come on. There's so many things that we saw in the 80s. You should have been able to go with it.
We're not the Wizard of Oz here, okay? We don't have that kind of budget. We have 20 million, and that's the all we can do. Fit into 20 million. That's all we got.
Yeah, well, Wizard of Oz was even cheaper then.
It's like it's kind of like what you said, like, hey, we have dialogue that can carry the movie. Can we show the town like, no, we really need to make the horse on fire?
Yeah, we got to buy those effects.
We shooting laser guns and like when guys
in the Dark Palace, in the Dark Palace.
The Dark Palace moving was actually pretty good. Like I
gotta give a lot of
cool. Props to
it was pretty good. Especially when it falls apart. Did you see? They said that when they filmed it falling apart, they actually filmed it upside down.
I was thinking they did it upside
just
down.
Drops. Yeah, that way gravity pulls it, and you can kind of tell it looks kind of like that.
I was thinking they shot this upside down too. We're like, oh, that's an old film trick.
But all movies do this, and I'm not making fun of this movie. Now, I'm making fun of this scene. I'm going to tell you what I'm making fun of.
Okay.
Now, all movies do this. You kill the main bad guy, and the whole world falls apart. How many movies end like this? Almost every movie we watch, you kill the bad guy, and everything just falls apart.
It's because
they kill the bad guy, it falls apart. Temple of Doom, kill it, all comes apart.
Guardians of the Galaxy 2, you kill Ego, the whole thing falls apart.
Yep, it all falls apart. Everything does it. I mean, I think we can name 1,000 movies.
It together, right? Like you got to think like that's the thing.
I mean, it's something we're used to, and we don't ever question about thinking when it's falling apart. It's like, man, that's almost every movie we watch. They kill a bad guy, and everything just falls apart.
It's a movie cliche, right? The bad guys die.
Yeah,
the whole thing falls
especially,
apart.
And that's the thing. Almost every Nintendo game you always played in our life.
Oh yeah,
you beat the boss at the end. The whole world, you got to get out of there in a hurry because the whole world falls apart.
Where's the self-destruction?
I think even in Mario Brothers, kills a guy, all comes apart.
Yeah, I like
Castlevania.
Yeah, you got they fall apart. Like, what is this? It's like some kind of self-destruction control belt inside the last boss, just in case. But like, he's talking so much crap until then. Like, oh, you'll never.
Yeah, that's the thing. See, when I pass away, all my stuff's just gonna fall apart.
If I can't have it, you can't have it either.
Yeah. Texas is gonna fall into the ocean. Sorry,
like,
you're doomed.
We did bit this piece, right? But he blew up his stupid dark castle because it's pretty cool. I wanted to show you, Shane, but he blew it up.
Yeah, I'd be like, you liar! It didn't happen.
He had this room, right, that I had to make a door with my ninja star that I found from lava, but he blew it all up. I wanted to show you.
Be like, where's that ninja star? Well, it got stuck.
It got stuck in his back pocket.
Then where's the dark palace? Well, it fell in. Well, where's the Slayer? Where's the Slayer body? Well, they all crawled into the ground.
So that's why they have a few survivors. Like, hey, Colwyn is alive. No, he's not. Did you talk? It's just Lord Marshall? They survived it together.
It's like at the end. How many people were at the end? Just 4 of them?
Just 4 of them. It was
no. There was more than 4 because it's 4.
5.
5, 6. There's 6.
Yeah, 5 or 6, right?
Yeah, there's 6 because you got the princess, the prince, the Lord Marshal.
The Lord
we're
Marshal.
calling, and the guy that was with him, the other freeman, and then of course you had the wizard and the kid.
The wizard and the kid, yes.
Yeah. So.
Wow. There's a lot of sacrifices, man.
But yeah, Darkman got killed inside the Dark Palace.
Yeah, you're right. A lot of things like to fall apart.
Hey, but we could point out something. I just realized because we keep calling it Star Wars. It did have a Star Wars actor in it.
Who is it?
Liam Neeson.
Oh, yes.
Star Wars. Might have been in the best Star Wars movie ever, but hey, that's going to change eventually.
Like, you know, I was thinking like, how cool would it be, right, in his mind? Like, oh, cool, I'm making a science fiction movie, fantasy thing, right? And Star Wars comes out recently. Who knew 20 years from then, right? He's in Star Wars. He's the one who trains Obi-Wan Kenobi.
Yeah, which is an old man at this time.
Yes.
And he's dead. And
I do like that Liam Neeson still do like a little bit of voices in some of the Star Wars, like even recent Star Wars stuff.
Oh yeah, I'm sure he's still making his contributions to the character.
Because in the Clone Wars, when Yoda learns of the I guess whatever, you know, from episode 4 when they pass away, when Obi-Wan can say, Yoda learns that from Qui-Gon Jinn. They showed it in the Clone Wars when David Filoni took that over, because remember at the end of episode 3, Yoda tells Obi-Wan, right, like when he go to Tatooine, there's more training he has for him. It's because he was training him on that. Because they never tell you what kind of training until like, oh, because Qui-Gon Jinn figured it out.
That sounds like something we should be talking about on Star Wars, but yeah, cool.
It should, but like, you know, because we talk about Liam Neeson now.
Yeah, I know.
Because the only reason, the only reason I brought that on is like, I don't know if that's Liam Neeson's voice or someone that sounds like
I don't know. Could be either one. But he did come back and voice other characters.
Oh, so. Yeah, for some of the newer stuff, the 15-minute shorts, like some of them are Liam Neeson.
And he made it out for Clone Wars. It's like, what is this? I'm done with this.
What is this? Well, how much is it going to pay?
Yeah, I'm done. It's like I'm retired from Star Wars.
Everybody should never retire from Star Wars, okay?
Everybody hated it. And then the Disney body's like, oh yeah, they got some money there. I'll come on back. He goes, but I want you to make me a Marvel superhero.
He's not in the MCU, is he?
No, not yet.
Not yet. Yeah, that's what we say. Not yet.
Yeah.
It's like eventually, so a lot of actors will be falling into the MCU.
Well, I don't know. We'll see. It's either MCU or
DC right now.
Whoever. I didn't really want to say it.
Don't care because you don't care.
Yeah, don't care. I'm sure they were. I mean, sometimes actors get lucky; they get MCU, and sometimes they just need some money. They go to DC.
Oh, it's whatever.
Unless you're the Rock. Unless you're the Rock.
The Rock can be in both.
He could have. What's his problem?
Looks like Henry Cavill might be in both, so we'll see what happens.
Well, he could be, because I'm like, yes, come on over to the good side.
He's got the upside. I got the downside.
Come over and be supreme.
I hate yogurt.
Yeah, I hate yogurt too. But I did love that movie.
Yes, I do too. Well, I guess right now we could wrap it up.
Yeah, we might as well.
Yeah,
I mean, we didn't get a ninja star out of it, so.
No, I didn't. I wish I had a ninja star.
And after we get done, this whole show is just gonna collapse. Nobody could. It'll just be a story.
Everything falls apart, and this is how we start the new year of 2023. Oh well. Till next time. Thank you for tuning in for this episode of Tensai Reviews. If you like what you heard, give us a thumbs up. Follow us on Spotify and subscribe to our YouTube channel. We'll see you on the next one.